Imagine this. You're at work in a meeting and suddenly your phone buzzes. You see a message, security alert, motion detected at 2:15 pm, reply with police, false or status. It's a message from your smart home. Someone or something just moved in your living room. Is it your cat or something more serious? Hello everyone, welcome to IoT Frontier. My name is Hariharnath. In this video, I'll show you how to create a smart home alert system using nodered and WhatsApp messages via Twilio. In this video, we'll try to simulate the motion detection part and focus on how to send real-time alerts to your phone and even reply with simple commands like status, false or police, all from WhatsApp. In the upcoming video, I can also integrate the real sensor to detect the motion. So without further delay, let's get started. So first of all, you need to download and install nodered on your system. If you don't have nodered, you can watch my previous video, top right corner or in the description below to do that. So now I'll just open command prompt and type nodered to start it. So within seconds, nodered has been started. I can open localhost 1880. So here nodered is ready. So I have created an empty flow and we can get started. So we also need a Twilio account. So if you don't have Twilio account, I'll show you that right now. So open that Twilio and start for free. So you need to sign up by providing all the details. So I need to enter the verification code. So now you need to provide your mobile number so that you will get an SMS for verification code. And then you can verify. This is the recovery code. You need to store it. And it has to be very safe, because if you lose your phone or don't have access to the verification device, then this will be useful. So then continue. Now you need to enter some of the details that they are asking. So I can select other because I'm using nodered and then get started. You will see the home page something like this, and here you need to take note of account SID and auth token first. Once you have done that, you can click on messaging, click on try it out and send a WhatsApp message. And here you need to activate this sandbox. So they have given one number. So you need to copy this and save it in your mobile phone and send a message called join consist clause. So this is my WhatsApp web. So I'll just paste it. So now we are all set. You can see the message has activated the sandbox, and you can see when you try to send a template message from here in the WhatsApp, you should see that template message has been coming here. So now we are done with the first step in the Twilio. We'll try to go with the nodered to build that flow. So we have divided this into two phases. The first one is to send an alert to your WhatsApp, wherein you will see a message like security alert, when is the motion detected and what to reply with. And in the second phase, we'll try to create two-way communication, that is where you'll try to respond on your WhatsApp via the messages, and you'll receive that messages on the nodered and will process that here and respond back with the messages. So that is the second phase. So first phase, we'll try to create a message. So for this, we need to create an inject node, and in the inject node, we use a timestamp, and we can use a topic as motion, and we can give the name as motion detector. So now we have this inject node. So next we use a function node. So this function node should have a logic to send a message to Twilio. So here I have this JavaScript logic where I just take the new date, that is current time, and location as living room, And here alert message, like what is the alert message that you want to send. So we have typed everything here that we want to send, like security alert, what is the location, current time, and reply with police, false, etc. And then message.url. So this is the API that we can find from Twilio. So from the home page you should get that is api.twilio, and with the API version, and then you need to add your SID with messages.json. Once you have done that, you need to add message.headers so that you are sending in the content type and authorization. So once that is done, you also set the HTTP method, that is post, that we are going to send to Twilio. And then what is the message data? The body is alert message. From we need to use in this scenario like this number, and 2, this is the number that I want to receive. So here you can replace with your number. And then what is the URL encoded form data that we want to convert. So this has been converted and then returned as MSG. So we'll get a message here. So next we use HTTP request. So this HTTP request will have to use this set by message.method, which means in function app we mentioned as post. So that will be taken here, and URL we can leave it blank because we have provided here in the message.url in the function app. And we want to use the authentication, like basic authentication, wherein the username and password will be there in the home page. So you go back to Twilio home once, and here copy the account SID, and the password would be the auth token. Once you have pasted this, you can save it and click on done. So after this, we can use a debug node to see the values and click on deploy. So I can use like this. So here we can see the messages as well. So first I'll try to send a message by triggering this inject node. And here immediately you can see a security alert. That is the current time right now is 3:12, and we can see reply and those things. So even though if you reply something like police right now, you will not get any response because we have not created that kind of logic right now. So now what we'll do is we'll try to create a phase 2. I'll just group this and name this as send alerts. So this is done. Now let's work on the phase 2. Let's now start with the phase 2. So where we'll try to receive the messages from WhatsApp on nodered and also send the responses back to user. So for this, the prerequisite is that you need to have your nodered on your public IP or public URL. But right now I'm running on localhost 198.0. There are multiple ways to do that. You can use cloud hosted nodered such as Flowfuse, or self-hosted nodered on Azure or AWS cloud, but these are not free. So I'll give you a free solution for this, that is ngrok. So ngrok is a tool so you can expose your local servers to the internet. I'll show you how to install and configure that. So first you need to sign up for ngrok. So search for ngrok and click on this. You can click on sign up. And here you can sign up with Google or you can use your email and accept the terms, create account. Now it is asking for multi-factor authentication. So you can use Microsoft Authenticator, Google Authenticator or 1Password to have this multi-factor authentication. But for now, I'll skip this. Now after that, you can click on got it. So it will be asking some details like describing your role, etc. You can mention as software engineer or architect, anything, and then how you are going to use it. So I'll be using IoT device connectivity and then click on connecting. So now you're done with the setup. So next thing is that you need to install this ngrok on your system. So if you are using Windows, you need to click on download and download this Windows installation executable, and There is also another method using npm. Because you already have nodered on your system, you can use npm for this. So I'll be using npm. Now we will open a command prompt, run as administrator, and then I'll use a command called npm install ngrok. So if you want to install it globally, you can use like this. After install, you can use -g, but I want to use it locally. So once you have installed, it will show you the ngrok usage commands, and then you can check back here. So they have already given you an authentication token in this setup. You should copy this and then paste it here. So this auth token has been saved. Once you have configured that, you need to just use ngrok http and 1880 port that you want to expose. So now it has created this random URL. So we can copy this random URL and you can click on visit site. So I have a username, password for this. So now you can see the flow 5 that we have created here is visible, that too on a public facing URL. So next thing is go to Twilio, go to the sandbox settings, and here you can see like when a message comes in, you need to send a webhook URL. So I'll just use my latest URL that I got from ngrok and /webhook. So whenever a new message comes to the Twilio ID, that new number that we have here, this number, when we are sending from my number to this number, you have to divert that to the webhook so that you can get a messages on top of it. So that's why you need to do this, and that is the reason I have said that you need a public facing URL. If you don't have that, this will not work. So click on save. Once you clicked on save, you can work on the second phase. So for the second phase, we'll start with the webhook. So for that, we need to listen to webhook, that is http in. So http in, I can give the post method and I can use the URL like webhook. So /webhook is enough because we are already listening in this public facing URL, and click on done. So once this is done, we can even name it as message listener. So we have this message listener, and then we need to write a function app. So in this function app, we need to do the processing of the messages. So click on the function app and type the JavaScript logic. So I'll have created this logic wherein I'll try to get the messages details, like for example, from number, what is the body, SID, profile name, etc., and storing in the constants using message.payload.from. These are the standard things that we get, and then we'll store the original message that we have for the later use. So we set that as a global.set what is the last message, and then use this format to save it, and then we set the parser data, that is message.payload is equal to from number, body is message.body, that constants that we are getting all are stored in this payload, and then we are giving a topic like this and returning that. So once you have done that, you need to use a switch command. So you take the switch node so that you can write a logic so that whenever we get a message, like whether it is the user replies, whether it is police or he wants to check the status or help commands, we need to process those, right? Then we need to use this switch. So in the switch, we need to use this different logics, that is message.payload.body is equal to police, which means 1. Like that, we need to add multiple. So these are the 4 commands that we have, and also we'll add one more thing for the else, that is otherwise. So if you don't type anything out of these, then you can use this otherwise for that. So click on done, and we have all the 5 outputs here. So like this, we can use this switch command. Next thing is we need to write a function for each of them. So first take the function, and in the first function we need to process the police. So for the police message, I have this response messages. So here we'll try to first get the message, that is lost message, from the global.get, and then we type the response message, that is emergency acknowledged. If the user typed police, then this function will be triggered, where we mention that emergency is acknowledged, and in the real time authorities would be contacted immediately and stay safe. That is the message we send, and remaining all are similar that we have used previously, that URL, message headers, method, message data, and this is also same. So now click on done. Same way, create multiple functions for each of them. So I'll just create them. So the major change that you will see is only from the response messages, and remaining all should be same. So here you can see, if the message is false, then false alarm is logged and thank you for confirming. This kind of message we are sending. And same way for others, we'll try to fill it out. So this is for system status, where we'll get more details like what is the current status, and click on done. And this is for the help command, what are the different available commands that we have, we'll be showing that. And finally we have to show for the others, right? So if we are typing anything other than these commands, we type command not recognized and we can give the help. Click on done, connect each of the output to it, and we are done here. And then we have to send the messages back to the Twilio using HTTP request. So you can connect back all of them to the HTTP request, and this will be set by message method, similar to what we have used previously, and use authentication, same SID that we have here, and also the auth token, and click on done. So this also will try to group, so that we have this group here created, and this group is for receive and respond to alerts. Click on deploy. Now once we have deployed it, we can go back and open WhatsApp. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll try to trigger an alert first to see the full scenario. So we got 325. This is a security alert, and immediately a person will see, okay, this is an alert that I got, and I can type status, and if I type status, we'll get a message from here, and it is triggered here, and it is saying what is the status. Like last motion is 2 minutes ago, and we have a location that is living room, current time, and status is active on monitoring. So if you want to make it false alarm, we can just type false. So this is one scenario where it will say, okay, we have a false alarm logged, and thanks for confirming, and system has been reset and monitoring is continuous. For example, if we have a real person or a real alert that we want to send it for emergency to police, then what we can do is, again we get a message. Let's see that scenario right now. So now we have this message. So I'll ask for status, and I got a message, but this time I feel this is suspicious. So I'll send that as the police command. So if I type police, it will immediately send an emergency request to the police. But here, as we are simulating this, we are saying that this is just acknowledged. So this way we can use these scenarios. And for example, if a person says thank you, which is not a command, and then what we get is command not recognized. So that command is not available. So what we can do, you can use help. So if you type help, you will find all the different commands that are available by which it will respond. And that's it. You have just learned how to build a smart home alert system using WhatsApp and nodered. If you found this video informative, please type helpful in the comment section below and smash that like button. If you would like to learn how to integrate real motion sensor for this project, then please comment in the comment section so that I can plan for a video on that. I have also created a beginner-friendly IoT course on Udemy. If you are interested to upskill yourself, then you can click on the link in the description or in the end screen. Your support means a lot to us and helps us keep creating more content like this. So please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another interesting video.